Hello everyone. Today I'd like to make a video detailing some of my reflections on the carnivore diet, which I've been trying for the last 4 weeks or so. So yeah, I only eat animal products. I'm just trying it now, I guess. No sort of motivation to do this other than just to see what it's like, because most of the food I enjoy is animal products to begin with anyway. So I just thought I'd see what it would be like to just only eat animal products. Of course, there are many links between some certain plant-based foods, like cereals, for example, crops which make up the majority of people's diets these days, because you find them in bread and in crackers and all sorts of things which people eat today. These have been linked to various illnesses, mental illnesses mostly. But of course there's other reasons. There's toxins in many plants. I'm just looking for a place to sit to make this video. I'll just make a standing up, maybe where the sun can see me. But I just like eating meat and milk, so that's just why I thought I'd try it. And some things I've learned, I've seen no adverse health effects. Like people often say there would be constipation. I haven't felt constipation at all, perhaps because of the sheer amount of milk I'm drinking. Another thing is, I haven't drunk tap water or bottled water since I've started this diet, because of the sheer amounts of milk I'm drinking. So I drink about 2 liters of milk a day, and I'm sure there's liquid in the food I eat too, but I drink large amounts of milk. Mostly cow milk, but also goat's milk. About 50-50, I'd say. And yeah, I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started the carnivore diet. And because I love eating meat and I love eating animal products, eating food becomes such a great passion for me now. You can really appreciate the nutrition you're gaining from it. It isn't just cheap cereals. It's quality food, and I guess that makes it feel a lot better to eat. Another thing I've noticed is the cost, because I always thought a meat-based diet would be quite expensive. It's not that expensive at all. I spend about €10 to €12 a day on food. It's not that much. If you consider what I was spending previously, it was about the same, maybe just a slightly bit less. Because you'd buy meat and milk and whatnot, dairy products, and then you'd buy also bread and other things. So you're not losing much money by just ditching the bread and ditching the fruit and vegetables and just going straight for meat and dairy. Regarding what exactly I'm eating, it's it can be divided into different ways, I guess, 4 different ways. One is red meats. So, in fact, pretty much all the meat I eat is red meat. So that would be beef and pork. I'm not completely opposed to eating meat other than beef and pork, since that's what's readily available. I'd eat venison or something if it was available, but it's not, so mostly beef and pork. Hang on a sec. Yeah, another thing I eat is obviously dairy products. So we eat a lot of cheese, milk, yogurt of various kinds. Not so much yogurt, mostly just cheese and milk. And I eat eggs, of course. Of the meat I eat, it's mostly either beef liver, which I eat raw sometimes, which is quite nice, quite fruity. And it feels nice eating it raw, not like other meats. mostly because of the quality of the meat. The beef liver is generally of higher quality. It stays quite much longer than other meats. And of course, there's eggs, fish sometimes, mostly white fish like herring or cod or haddock. Not cod, but cheap fish. And also, pork. So, gyros style pork, I guess, is always good. And hang on a sec. Excuse me. So yeah, did I mention everything? I think so. Well, of course, it's some minor things like fish rolls and other things I can eat. But one thing, another thing I'd mention is that when I first started it, I thought there would be, a worry about diversity in the diet, because that's the main thing a lot of people talk about for health, as you need a diverse diet, a bit of everything. But really, I haven't been lacking a diversity of foods. I've had quite a lot to eat. If you look at something like meat, it's actually incredibly diverse in terms of the different types of food. And ultimately, the way I see it is, these animals are also eating plants, and so I'm sure it balances out eventually. There are many carnivores, species that is, that eat only animals, and they don't suffer anything like that. So there's no by-the-book reason that we should be omnivores in that regard. I'm not a nutritionist, but I know there's people who have been vegan and healthy, and there's people who have been carnivores and healthy. So I think it's a lot simpler than a lot of people think. As long as you're eating a lot of food and eating the right types of food, it's good. Another thing that a lot of people are afraid of eating meat for is scurvy. So obviously I don't have scurvy because I've only been on it 4 weeks, but also because many types of meat or animal products have vitamin C in them, like raw beef liver, like eggs, like fish rolls. So by eating these products, you're not going to get scurvy. I get distracted easily. What else was I going to mention? Yeah, it's certainly interesting. It's it all depends on the quality of the food in your area. Where I am, it's quite easy to get your hands on healthy food. I drank raw kefir for the first time ever, and it tasted delicious. And I also drank bland, as it's most commonly known. I don't believe there's actually an Irish name for it. In Scotland they call it like a fedchel or something. Excuse me. Sorry about that, there were some gypsies trying to steal my bike. I think I said everything. I might make another video when I have a better idea of what the carnivore diet's really like further down the line. Like I said, it's just about 4 weeks I've been doing it now. Yeah, just a few extra points I've gotten. I don't know if it's just correlation rather than causation here, but have gotten motivation to do other things recently, which may be attributed to my diet. Maybe something else inspired me to do this and other things. That's probably more likely. But yeah, even simple things to resist entropy, like going no fap or exercising. It's well, of course I was doing those things anyway, but I've now gone the longest time doing those than in a while, which may be related to it. I'm not really sure. Anyway, that's enough for today. Watch out for gypsies. and keep an eye on your possessions.